Hello my friends, I hope this video finds you well. It's an absolutely gorgeous Wednesday here in South Alabama. We had woke up to 59 degrees this morning, so our weather can't be better for this time of the year right now. So that is definitely something I'm grateful for. Really nice weather like this just like elevates and takes my mood to a next level. The title of this video, Because You're Alive, Everything is Possible, that's actually a quote by Thich Nhat Hanh, and it resonated with me. I was watching a video. The source of this video kind of came from a video I was watching Monday morning, and it's stuck with me ever since. I watched it Monday morning, early in the morning, and I've watched it again. I watched it yesterday, I watched it again today. It's just a fantastic way to start the day, and it's a video by Sadhguru, and I recommend him too. He's got a podcast, and he's got a podcast if you listen on your device, or he's also got a channel on YouTube, and he just has these little short, like 8-10 minute videos that are just kind of leave you feeling good, leave you smiling. And the one he was talking about, the one I'm referencing here, is he was just talking about smiling, how like waking up in the morning and smiling. And he started breaking it down, and then when you think of it, it's like, you just really, that's what, it triggered me back to that quote by Thich Nhat Hanh, because you're alive, everything was possible. Because he mentions that the most important thing right now is that you're alive. Nothing else comes from that. If you're not alive right now, game over. You might say, well, the most important thing is my children. The most important thing is my job. The most important thing is this or that. But if you don't have your life, you can't really do much with those things as a dead person. So when you wake up in the morning, he says, since it's such a great miracle to be alive, when you wake up in the morning, doesn't that warrant you giving yourself a big smile? And I've kind of tried to incorporate that too. This morning I woke up, I started watching some inspirational stuff on YouTube just for a few minutes before I got out of bed, and I indeed woke to a big smile this morning. And he went on from there and said, let's just take it on throughout the day. Just program it into your head. Every time you look at your watch, or that's kind of obsolete now, look at your phone to check the time, smile. Because if you think about it, every day I think worldwide, and this is just a rough number, don't try to pin it down to an accurate thing, but about 200,000 people die worldwide every day. All these people have people that love them. So the death of somebody, you've got 200,000 that die every day. And on average, that affects at least 2 or 3 people. With some, it's a lot more. So, every day somebody either loses their life or loses something else in a large number. So, it's just something not to take for granted. It's one of the most basic things that, we should be grateful for all the time, that we just overlook, or I overlook it anyway. It's just kind of like breathing. When I'm doing my breath work, when I'm focused on my breathing during meditation, sometimes it doesn't escape me, that something I take for granted like that. There's a lot of people that have lung-related problems, that have breathing-related issues, and they don't breathe so easy. So even little things like that, but being alive, taking breath every day, just something that simple is it's something that to be grateful for every moment of every single day. And back to the quote and the title of the video, Because You're Alive, Everything is Possible. And that should kind of instill with you. You wake up in the morning, you give yourself a big smile, you stay in the moment, you move forward, and you think no matter how tough it is, no matter what's going on in your life, you got another chance. You got a chance to fix what's happening, to correct, to do something different. But everything is possible just because you are alive. I can go back to my poker playing days and kind of have an analogy there, though it's kind of a strange analogy, but in the poker world, there's a saying called, and some people will just say a chip in a chair, a chip in a chair, and poker players know what that means. That as long as you still have a chip and you're seated at the table, no matter how big that guy, and doesn't mean you're necessarily going to mount a comeback, but no, if you've got one chip, you're still sitting at the table. Theoretically, you've got a chance. You've still got a chance. So I think we have more of a chance than probably the guy with a low stack of chips at the poker table, but that one just popped into my mind anyway. But I really enjoy the food. Is not all that interesting to me anymore. Not that I've changed how I eat. I eat pretty much the same way I have for the last 6 or 7 years, other than just picking up a few things here and there, learning a little bit more. But this is just kind of like where I like to do my day-to-day personal work on me. And it's all these little things. It's not any one thing. None of these videos I make is like there's one thing that's going to help you or blah blah blah. It's always just chipping away, working at it, reminding yourself of the small things like this. I wouldn't necessarily say I was ever like a really negative person, but I still have to. I used to be a lot worse, and I still have to catch myself every once in a while, not about just not being a little nitpicky, like, oh God, the weather sucks today. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? And just kind of being generally a little bit grumpy when you look around, and it shouldn't take a spectacular day like this. Like, I'm looking out my window right now, and like, there's not a cloud. There's not one cloud in the sky. Low humidity. Still a lot of green out there. I'm gonna get out and do some walking after I make this video, and it's just like I have to take that with me on days that aren't. On the days where it's ugly, on the days where it's gray outside, and those are coming as we go further into fall and into winter. And it's not just weather related. It's little things. Anytime a little thing will come up, and I'm even remotely starting to get a little bit of worked up, upset or whatever about it, I find myself more and more by doing the work, by doing daily meditation, by reading a lot of the stuff that I share here, I find myself catching myself a lot quicker. Like I told you last week, I lost my shit because I got mad at a gas station, but I caught myself number one, I didn't I didn't go insane in front of a bunch of people, but I caught myself fairly quickly after that. And what did I do once I caught myself is I kind of laughed a little bit, because once you see yourself being absurd, once you see yourself being petty, it just like it'll be absurd to you. So think about that when you wake up in the morning. I'm going to drop the link to that video below. It's only about 8 minutes, and I highly recommend that. And I think I'm going to start putting together a playlist. I don't know why I haven't thought about this before, because a lot of people, some of these things I talk about seems to resonate with you. And I've got a number of specific little videos like this that I want to keep and watch over and over and over again. I've got a really good one by Thich Nhat Hanh that always brings a lot of peace to me. So I'm going to start working on a playlist here on YouTube and curating it and putting it in there. And then when it's ready, I'll share it with you. But just go think about this, maybe meditate on it yourself for a little while, and who knows, maybe in the morning when you wake up, it'll be in there, you'll remember, and you'll say, I'm alive, and you'll smile. Maybe the next time you look at your watch or you look at your phone, you'll say, I'm alive, and smile. And that's mindfulness, that's awareness, that's gratitude. It's just, there's names to all these practices, but there's not names to these practices. It's just like us trying to understand ourselves and live in a tune with how we're supposed to live, I guess. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you tuning in for these non-food videos, and we'll see you here again tomorrow or the end of the week. Peace.